Hello, tensor friends. Uh, my current obsession is the history of general relativity. I don't know why. I'm fascinated by it. So I bought this book, The Absolute Differential Calculus, which is now we call tensor calculus. And Levi Civita was the student of Ricci. So together they published several of the papers, and it's all combined in this one book now that's translated to English, obviously. And there's a lot of information in here. Let's look at something interesting. Okay, we're looking at this equation right here, which you can't see, but I'm going to transfer this to a document and then we can look at what it is. Okay, here's that piece of the book that I showed you. Uh, and you can recognize most of this, right? And these brackets here. Now, back in the day, if they wrote hard brackets like this, so bracket ij, comma k, we now use gamma kij. So that would be a Christoffel symbol of the first kind. And if they wrote these squiggly brackets like this, I don't know what you call these. I call them squiggly brackets. ij comma k, we now would write this as gamma ijk. Christoffel symbols of the second kind. This is the one we're most used to using. Okay, so now I copied his equation. Okay, now let's look at that. You've got three free indexes here, I, L, and H. Okay, and so he's taking the covariant derivative of this mixed tensor with respect to L, right? So he writes it like we do in this case, but he puts this index in the covariant position because it is here, whereas now we would raise it, and I'll show all that. Now, he didn't use summation index anywhere in this book. He has bazillions of these things. Um, this was translated into English in 1926, so I'm not sure exactly when it was published. But I guess he didn't know about Einstein's summation notation or didn't want to use it. Maybe he knew about it and didn't want to use it. Right. So here's his Christoffel symbol. Here's his Christoffel symbol. You see he has a negative sign because he's taking the covariant derivative that has a covariant index. Then he has a positive sign because he has a contravariant index. So how would we write this now? Okay, it would look like this. So we would have the del with a subscript of this mixed tensor, which is saying we're taking the covariant derivative of this tensor with respect to the coordinate xl. And now we would write it in the upper position because we know it's in the denominator that it's covariant. All right. He has the negative sign once again because he has the covariant index here. And then we followed the free indexes to make sure we're right. We got I, L, and H. So he's got I, L, both in covariant, and H in contravariant. And here's our summation index, J, right? So he's summing over J. Here's our J. Then you have the positive term. And once again, you have I, L, and H. They're all in the right place. And here's the summation index, which he writes like this. So it's the same equation. It's just this is the format compared to what he had in his book. Isn't that cool? I thought that was so much fun. All right, see you later.